Hey everyone. So, as many of you are probably aware at this point in time, the election is tense. This was something that we all kind of saw coming, and this is something that we should not be surprised about. This is a really important election, and it's gonna boil down to the very end, and it's gonna run long. We knew it was gonna run long, and we knew it was gonna boil down this way. Yeah, we could have hoped that the projections were right, and Biden would have come out with a 400-point win, but that wasn't gonna happen. We knew that. However, it's not all bad news. So let's take a look and see why. And to illustrate that, this is just on Google. I got a couple different sites pulled up. I got the New York Times pulled up, the CNN pulled up. I think I need to refresh CNN though. WAPO, and then of course ABC. And then Decision Desk, which is again another decent one. Currently though, we are trending right now, if we look at the WAPO, because this is the one that actually gives me some of the better insight according to forecasts. Now, we're looking here, and let me pull up my election map. I have an election map on 538 that I've been using to fill out. Arizona was called by AP, so I'm going to safely assume that that's going to Biden. Wisconsin is right now getting recounted, but that's okay. Typically, recounts don't end up in 20,000 vote disparities, and that's kind of where Trump seems to be right now. There's about 20,000 vote disparity. They're not going to see it. And even then, the last time this happened for Trump, it was found out that Hillary had a ton more votes. So it's okay. It's okay that Wisconsin's getting a recount. This is going to boil down to, though, as I can probably safely say that North Carolina is going to be heading to Trump at this point. We most likely North Carolina is not going to Biden. If we look at how that vote's distributed right now, it's 94%. It's slim. There's a small chance. I don't think it's going to happen. So, and that's okay. That's absolutely okay. We can get not North Carolina. That's fine. We can live with that. That's completely livable. However, Georgia is another key state. Georgia might squeak out. The gap's been closing. Last I checked, it was 80,000. Now it's down to 40,000. It's possible that Georgia goes to Biden. We don't know. Nevada right now is not fully reported, but the projections are this is going to Biden. However, the big one I want to talk about is Pennsylvania. That's why I pulled up Pennsylvania on WAPO. So WAPO does this really, really nice thing where they do their estimates here. And this is based on all available data. So the most likely place is the darkest place here. And this is based off of a number of factors. The biggest one being what the takeaway is from like the current voting trends, what we have left to be counted, and all that kind of stuff. So Trump can get a small lead in the voting and what's left here, because if we look, Philadelphia, I want to say, is one of the places. Yeah, there's some counties here in Philly that aren't. It looks like there's a couple of red counties here. Pittsburgh is only 88%. Like if you look some of these places that are pretty blue and have yet to report are cities and populated areas. Those are mostly going to go to Biden. So that's good. That's really good. That's what we want to see. So we're not completely out, which I'm 100% for. Now let's back out of Pennsylvania and let's look at Nevada. Nevada has, from my understanding, a lot of stuff available from Vegas. Yep, Vegas, Reno. A lot of these more rural counties are about the same place, but they're not going to be tipping as high. They don't have the population that like Vegas or Reno does. And that's where Biden's doing really well. Like, yeah, even Carson City's putting it up there a little, but Carson City has nowhere near the population. So this is going to go, again, like the current gap here is going to continue to spread in Biden's favor. And that's important. We want to keep an eye on that. Alaska is easily called for Trump. North Carolina, like I said, will likely go Trump. But right now, the big thing in Georgia is, unless this changes, when I was looking at this yesterday, okay, so Atlanta is reporting a lot more. There were some places in Atlanta that really weren't reporting. But like if you look in some of these places here, there's still enough of a shot. Because really what's happening here is these are mail-in ballots getting counted. And we know mail-in ballots are going much toward Biden's way. And if we take a look here at Georgia, how this is actually projected down to win. Wait, where's your projections? Give me your projections. You're not giving me a forecast? Oh, come on. Give me your forecast. How come you're not giving me a forecast? Jesus. Okay, I guess they're not forecasting it. That's fine. So, the point that I'm trying to get at here, 100% of the votes have been counted. It's okay, so they're estimating 100% votes, but if we look at Google, they're only saying 97%. That's all right. At any rate, so what we're looking at here is we're looking at an overall takeaway that this isn't too bad. It's going to be all right. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh my gosh, how can you say it's going to be all right? We're looking at a large issue here. And, and of course, Trump has gone out and he has declared that he is now the unquestioned winner. That's not the case. He's declaring winning for Pennsylvania. Again, that's not the case. There's a ton of other things going on. Trump voters are stopping people at the polls. Like, Trump voters are going out and they're doing a number of things right now that we really, really need to be careful of. Or not the polls. Sorry, they're trying to cram into those election watchers and they're actually trying to force their way in to what do you call it? Where they're counting the police barricade out there, and they're making a huge deal about it. That isn't so they are allowed to have people watching, but they have to be lawyers working for the actual campaign, and even then you can only have one or two of them in there. And it can't be just random people walking in. So while they are making a fuss, yes, they're making a fuss over something they don't have a reason to make a fuss over. And they know this. But that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. They're trying to sell a narrative. They're trying to get Pennsylvania to stop counting because they know they're most likely the chance is stronger in favor that they're going to lose Pennsylvania than Biden will win it. Or then Trump will win it. So it's right now looking to trend in Biden's way, even though it was down by 200,000. That's okay. No reason to freak out yet. Additionally, if you look at the electoral map, Nevada's worth 6. If Joe Biden can clinch Nevada, which it looks like he probably will, then he'll win the election. So I don't want people to go out and start getting all doomerism. I really want people to sit down, take a nice deep breath, relax, and just... It'll be okay. I'm here for you. We're going to get through this together. All right? Okay. Perfect. Now, with that being said, we are going to be doing some other stuff today.